Yippee! I've reached Yellowstone National Park. Happy morning, Yellowstone. It was established way back in 1872, and then it is the first national park in USA. Wow, and it's spread across 3 states, Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. Wow, so big, eh? And then home of the astonishing landscapes of the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Oi, I thought only Arizona have Grand Canyon, eh? Huh. Well, here also got another one. And then we have two major rivers, which are the Yellowstone River at the north and the Snake River at the south. And it even uh flow to Grand Teton as well. And then they have multiple lakes. Okay, and then had a vast spread of the forest covering the mountains. And then we have rich biodiversity of wildlife. We have, wow, bison, elk, grizzly bears, and wolves. Hey, wolf. No, no, no. I don't want to see wolf. Wow. Must be nice, eh? And it's famous for its geothermal activity, the super volcano of Yellowstone caldera. Caldera in English means belt. Oh, Yellowstone belt. Hey, same like our volcano belt, eh? Huh? And then, wow, wait, hold on. Half of the world's active geysers actually is found here, and including the world's famous Old Faithful. Wow. This place have lots of geyser, hot springs, mud, and also spout. Interesting. Come, let's go and kaypoh more. All right, this is the plan. Okay, so we will come in from the West Yellowstone because I will be driving from Idaho, entering from Idaho, and then we will go to Old Faithful and then go up north and then come back and then after that make the southern loop. So there are two loops in Yellowstone National Park. I think we can cover this in 4 days. Okay, let's go back. Right. So enter from Okay. We are coming from Idaho and wow, a full hemisphere of rainbow lake. Wow, I'm sure there must be pots of gold at the end of the rainbow. Come, 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 let's go and search. Who knows? Maybe one pot is called Mega Million and then the other pot is called Powerball. Huh, fatal lo. Okay, and then when we reach the West Yellowstone, so we fill up our gas before we enter the national park. Okay, and then um this Madison River is running along the way to the Old Faithful, and um it is actually just next to the Madison campground where we stay. And then look at the water is so clear. All right, so Old Faithful Geyser, our first stop. And it seems that, there is a clock to predict the eruptions of the next eruptions. Interesting, eh? So it is actually a predictable geyser, eruptions of the geyser. It used to be every 15 minutes, but then because of the frequent earthquake activities, so the interval has become longer and longer. Okay, and then it can shoot as high as 185 feet for 1.5 minutes to 5 minutes. Wow, so long eh, and so high eh. Huh. Okay, so I'm going, I'm going to wait for it. All right, let's see. Wow, look at it. It is so high. I think it's 10 feet high or more. And then because of the cold weather, you see, we can spot the geyser, the smoke easily. Ah, nice eh. Okay, and then we visited the Old Faithful Inn. All right, and then this hotel, this inn is very unique, and I'm gonna bring you there. Come, let's go. Okay. And then next, as we are inching back to our campsite to check in the campsite, so we stop at the Grand Prismatic Spring, and this place is famous for its colorful hot spring. And initially, I thought that it is the colors is actually coming is from the mineral, the color of the minerals. But wait, it is both the minerals and also the bacteria that lives in the hot water. It gives them a very beautiful color. Whew. So this is how it looks like. Wow, very nice and colorful. Okay, so we check in at Madison Campground, and we were told that there's bear, wandering around at night. So there's a big metal box called bear box. All right. So where we can put in, all those pots and pans, in there, so that we are advised not to leave any food on the picnic table. Okay. But that evening itself, wow, an elk wander around in the campsite. Wow, so nice. Luckily I stay inside the RV. I wonder, if I were, if I'm there, the elk will chase after me or not. Hey, better than better than. Okay. And if you miss anything, don't worry. There's a grocery store nearby at the campsite itself. Okay. So the next morning we started with the upper loop. So our first visit is Gibbon Falls. And then we inch our way to the Norris Geyser Basin. Okay. And then this steamboat geyser, you can see that, we don't need to wait, it has been steaming throughout the whole time. But the spout is the, the spout is very low. So came across this. Initially, the water is sucked into the two hole, and then I quickly capture it. It's to see that the water is actually pushed out from the hole. Okay, I say, hey, what happened? I thought hot spring volcano there'll be sulfur, right? And finally, I found sulfur on the surface of the dirt. Oh, cute. So it has multiple colors like blue, green, emerald green. Even have the topaz color, right, from different type of minerals and also bacteria. Okay, and then we continue on to Mammoth Hot Spring, and then look at it. The the hot spring, the water that flow along, to flow down from all these rocks, and it has some calcite with it, so it forms, a lot of all this stalactite and stalagmite, just like Mammoth, the, in Ice Age. And we cut across, and we can see Montana at the other side of the mountain, and we head towards the Tower Falls. All right. So along the way, I saw this formation of rocks. It looks very edgy, like it looks like it's made from Lego blocks, right? And this is how the tower fall looks like. Look at that. It's just amazing. I wonder where all this water from. And then that's the mountain of the Montana. Hello, Montana, na 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 na. Right? And then we continue. Actually, we head back to our campground, and then the next morning, we check out the Canyon Village, and this is where we can find the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. We visited some vista points to look at the Grand Canyon and also the waterfalls, right? And I wonder, we can see the waterfalls from far, or we can actually stand at the brink of the falls. I wonder which one is better. Let's check it out, ba. All right, so you can see the Grand Canyon and then the waterfalls from uh, from far. So nice. Okay, so after looking at this, so why not we check from the brink itself? Look at the amount of water. I wonder where they from. It's amazing. So you can see the water fall. Hmm. Comparing these two, I still prefer to see the waterfall from far, right? Okay. Okay. So we move on to further down, and we came to these mud volcanoes, and this place called the Dragon's Mouth Spring. Let me show you. Cute leh. It is actually a cave, and then you see the smoke come up from the cave, and then as it spout, right? So it looks like wave coming out from the mouth of the dragon. Okay, and then you can see the Yellowstone Lake. Wow, it makes me feel like I'm standing. I'm at Butterfringi looking at the beach. Look at the vast lake. They even have island. So cute. And it's breezy and it's so cold. Okay. And then after 15 minutes, it is still Yellowstone Lake. Look at it, it's so big. And we stop at this area where, it has all these little puddles of hot spring and also spouts uh, at this area. Ah, and we managed to see some sights of wildlife. And my initial sights are all grizzly bear bird, the body of the elk, okay, and then another elk's butt, all right. But then, um, but I also managed to find some of uh, uh, better sights of wildlife. So I can see bison, and I told my friend, "Hey, this is a male bison, eh?" And my friend was so excited. How do you tell? Is it by the horn? Hmm. What do you think? All right. And then we also drove by and see I think it's a wandering elk. I think he's lost, right? And also the chipmunk nibbling on some seeds. Okay. And also some a happy family, a happy elk family, gazing by the on top of the mountains. And break! Watch out! Bison crossing! And look at it, it's so big, so huge. Oh, I wonder how fast he can run. Maybe not faster. Ooh, okay. And then we went back to our campsite. And the very next morning, so we head down to Grand Teton National Park. Actually, the south entrance to Yellowstone National Park. So it was established later at 1929. And Grand Teton is actually the highest peak of the Teton Range. Oh, which is part of the Rocky Mountains. Wow, it's more than 13,000 feet. Hey, higher than this one, the Humphreys Peak in Arizona. Oh, and you can see the rocky shapes of the mountain is actually shaped by the glacier activities. And it is the home of stunning landscape of the in the Teton Ranges, Snake River, and several lakes. And it has bison, elk, grizzly bear, wolves, and moose. Wait. Moose? I want to see that. And also it has and Jackson Hole is actually at the valley of the Grand Teton, Teton Range. Ah, let's find out more. Yeah. Let's go, Kepo. Okay. So this is what you can see during fall. Snow-capped mountains and beautiful fall leaves. And this is what I saw. Ayo, clouds are clouds. When are you going to go away? You see, I can hardly see any snow-capped mountains. All right, so the next day we went to Johnny Lake. See, it is raining and it's still raining, and it's just right beside Grand Teton. Hello, where are you? Right. And finally, after lunch on our way to Grovan campsite, which is our second night, and we managed to take a peep of the Teton Range. Okay lah, not bad lah. Snow-capped mountain, still satisfied. Yoo-hoo! Right. So first night we actually stay at Cotter Bay Campground. Okay. It is a fully hooked campsite. And so this is where we dump our gray water and refill with fresh water. And you can see that, all the this campsite is pretty packed, no privacy. Okay. And then the second night we camped at Grovan, and then we were told that no, I was told that the moose will come down to the river in the morning to drink and also to graze. So let's let's camp nearer to the river bar, huh? Who knows? No, maybe we can get a glimpse of the moose. Poppy, tomorrow we can find the moose. Yippee! We found the moose. Hey, it looks exactly like, the moose in the Disney cartoon. Cute leh. And it's grazing happily far away from us. Okay. And then after that, we actually visited the Jackson Hole town. At the town square, they have this fun fact on the ground. It says that how fast can a bison run? 35 miles per hour. Wow, so fast eh. Yo, I better stay away from them, man. Or else, if they stampede, then I die squashed like a pancake. Okay. So if you ever come to Jackson or Jackson Hole, visit the town square and where you can find the Arch of the antlers of the elk. Okay. And so this is the end of the my video of the sharing of the Yellowstone and also Grand Teton National Parks. And I really enjoy myself, even though I couldn't see Grand Teton, but then I'm satisfied to see some snow-capped mountains. So thank you very much. So I'll see you again later. Um, Goodbye.